Well, I'm rumbling in this JCB. I'm 5 years old and my dad's a giant sitting beside me, and the engine rattles my bum like berserk. While we're singing, don't forget your shovel if you want to go to work. And my dad probably had a bloody hard day, but he's been good fun, bubbling and joking away. And the procession of cars stuck behind, getting all impatient and angry, but we don't mind. And we're holding up the bypass. Ooh, me and my dad having a top laugh. Ooh, I'm sitting on the toolbox. Ooh, I'm so glad I'm not in school bus. So glad I'm not in school. Oh, no. And we pull over to let the cars past, pull off against speed by the summer green grass. And we're like giants up here, and our big yellow digger, like Zoids or Transformers, or maybe even bigger. And I want to transform into a Tyrannosaurus Rex and eat up all the bullies and the teachers and their pets. And I'll tell all my mates my dad's B.A. Baracks, only with a JCB and Bruce Lee's nunchuckers. And we're holding up the bypass. Ooh, me and my dad having a top laugh. Ooh, I'm sitting on the toolbox. Ooh, I'm so glad I'm not in school bus. So glad I'm not in school. And we're holding up the bypass. Oh, me and my dad having a top laugh. Oh, we're sitting on the toolbox. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not in school bus. So glad I'm not in school. Well, I'm Luke, I'm 5 and my dad's Bruce Lee. Drives me around in his JCB. I'm Luke, I'm 5 and my dad's Bruce Lee. Drives me around in his JCB. I'm Luke, I'm 5 and my dad's Bruce Lee. Drives me around in his JCB. I'm Luke, I'm 5 and my dad's Bruce Lee. Drives me around and we're holding up the bypass. Me and my dad having a soft laugh. And we're sitting on the toolbox. So glad I'm not in school. So glad I'm not in school. And we're holding up the bypass. Whoa, me and my dad having a top laugh. Whoa, I'm sitting on the toolbox. Whoa, I'm so glad I'm not in school. So glad I'm not in school. And we're holding up the bypass. Oh, me and my dad having a top laugh. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not in school. So glad I'm not in school. Oh no. Oh, that's a fantastic song. So I've not been entirely honest with you, lovely people, because that was the JCB song by Nizlopi, who were just a absolutely phenomenal band, and did a massive hit with that back in the day. And I asked Nick if he'd be a stooge and request that at 22, because Luke Concannon from Nizlopi is tonight's featured artist. I'm going to tell you a little bit about him while I go and get him on the chat. So, yeah. Let's do that.
Luke Concannon has early memories of falling asleep at Irish family parties to the sound of guitars, singing and dancing. He met double bassist John Parker in school, and the two formed the folk duo Nizlopi, best known for the JCB song, selling 1 million records in their 20s and deeply influencing a young Ed Sheeran. Through the strain of recording and touring worldwide with a small family-run label, Nizlopi parted ways. Invigorated by a hitchhiking trip to Palestine, Luke wrote his first solo album, Give It All, kindling the fire for a solo singer-songwriter career. That's what the website bio tells you. What the website bio doesn't say is that Luke is a ridiculously positive, inspirational and encouraging human. Luke's live shows are an absolute joy to behold. The guy puts out so many calories when he's on stage, it's just untrue. He can have the audience whipped up into a frenzy 1 minute and eating out the palm of his hand in near silence the next. I was fortunate enough to play a support slot for Luke a few years ago at the Artisan in Rottenstall, which is now the Blind Tiger. When all the business of selling CDs, signing merch, hugging his audience and generally being lovely to everyone that had come and see him was behind him, Luke came and sat next to me on the stage for a short chat. Luke's kind words to me that evening have been part of the fuel that's pushed me forwards in my own songwriting and my own musical development. When somebody who you respect as an artist shows belief in your own ability and your own potential, that is a curious thing. It's a gift in a currency that you can't really repay. So I tried to pay it forward. That's one of the reasons why we have the featured artist section on the show. It's one of the reasons why I've been trying to invite you guys to check out so many new artists and new music. And for Luke to be now a part of that feels like the whole thing has come full circle. Luke has got an absolutely marvellous back catalogue of music for you to check out, and he continues to inspire singer-songwriters all over the world by running regular songwriting workshops and one-to-one personal coaching, which is given a full endorsement and double thumbs up by Mr. Ed Sheeran. Yeah, that Ed Sheeran. The most successful singer-songwriter on the planet, Ed Sheeran. That one. You can find out everything you need to know about Luke at lukeconcannon.com. It's an absolute pleasure and an honour to welcome into our humble loft the wonderful Luke Concannon.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show the wonderful Mr. Luke Concannon. Woo! It's absolutely superb to have you on our humble loft show, sir. Thank you so much for being here.
John, I'm so made up. I'm really sad because I kind of stood you up a month ago. And
nobody knows about that. So no, you didn't do that at all, mate. Absolutely not. Don't even mention it. No, it's all good, honestly.
Do you know? Because I really respect is important to me, and you've been really kind asking me to come on. And so I really appreciate you. And I owe you one. I owe you a curry next time I'm in your neck of the woods.
Well, I've got a curry in the bank. Fantastic. That's brilliant. So how is life with you? Will you tell us where in the world you currently are?
Yeah, I'm in this scary-looking attic in...
Are you in a loft?
I'm in a loft.
Just in a loft. It's the first loft person we've had. We're in a loft.
Yeah.
And where is this loft?
So it's in Guildford, Vermont.
Oh, awesome. That was nearly really confusing. That's properly sneaky. Guildford, yes, Vermont. Ooh. Awesome.
Exactly.
That makes me feel better about the time difference, because I was thinking Guildford. Like, is there really? Have we crossed the time zone? I wasn't aware of that. Awesome.
That's it. Yeah. So I fell in love with an American 8 years ago, and I moved here 4 years ago. So to be with her.
Fantastic. Absolutely fabulous. That's tremendous.
So how's your day going, John?
My day's fabulous, as it is. I've been doing some. I teach online and do a bit of online teaching and coaching, as you do your very good self. I know you've got a little bit of that going on, just a little bit. But yeah, I've been doing a bit of that and sending out some of the new merch. I've got my groovy new. I'm so glad you asked. We didn't set this up at all. I've got my groovy new T-shirts for the album that came out last week. So I've been parceling those up to the lovely people who are in the chat at the moment. They've been doing that. But yeah, my day's been awesome, and it's even better now that you're here. How's your day been? Let's talk about you.
Thank you. Thanks. And hi to everyone in the chat. Thanks very much for being here with us. And I can picture you in your mind. You look very cozy with your cat and your tea and your chili.
It's Darren Brown. That's amazing.
How's my day? It's been great. It's actually been a pretty amazing day. My ideal is I get up at 5 and I go, I do a few practices, like a bit of yoga, a bit of meditate, and then I go to the woods. And Vermont is full of forest, but I just cycle to these woods that are behind the house, and I sit by this little old stream, and I write my journal, and then I write lyrics. And so I wrote lyrics for an hour in the woods, and then I came back here and I started putting it on guitar. And then I've had a day of, like, you know, the normal stuff of everybody, like meetings, and I've been teaching people and all that. So yeah.
Fantastic, man. That sounds like a dream day there. You have nailed it. You are killing the day. That's excellent.
It's such a good day.
There's nothing wrong with that. Is that kind of like a regular day? Is that what you aim for?
It's totally what I aim for. You know, I'm very inspired by the Massachusetts poet Mary Oliver. You know what? She's not that big in Europe, but she's like the biggest thing here, and she's an amazing poet. She's like one of the most well-read most read poets over here. And that was her practice. She'd get up at 5 and she'd head out into the woods and she'd just write. She might see like a snake and just really pay attention to it. And just write what came up. Like if I'm sat here with you,
he's got a guitar.
I could just be with you, and I can just be like, John is a man from the sea. Doyle is his name, and he makes me feel sane. It makes me feel,
oh man,
in the grave. John Doyle is the main man.
Christmas has come early for me this year in the form of a song. Oh, that's tremendous, man! Thank you so much. That's So there was a little VT. I don't think I'm assuming that you've not seen any of the show or anything that's been going on. I don't think I sent you the links over or anything like that. I've been a little bit remiss. It's been busy, but I played a little VT before, just while we were sorting out all the technical nonsense. And it's like the last time that we met was in Rawtenstall, when I supported you a few years ago when you came along. It was quite funny because I had a gig booked, and Danny that ran the place said, "Oh, Luke Concannon's playing next week," and I'm like, "Who's supporting him?" He's like, "Nobody." I'm like, "I'm supporting him." And I just phoned up and cancelled my other gig. Well, can we postpone? Brilliant. Bye. And then I was like, "There's no way you're playing a mile away from my house, and I'm not supporting. That just wouldn't be manners." But after the gig, you were talking with everybody and being lovely, but you were really, really sort of genuinely interested and supportive, and you were sort of. You were like, go and do your thing, and don't just find the thing you want to do and make sure that's the thing that you're doing and point yourself in that direction. And it's like, it's really rare that you feel that you sort of meet people along the road that say that and also do that. That's a real big thing, man. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of say thank you to you for being properly supportive. I'm having a little fanboy moment, as most of the people in the chat have figured out. But no, it's wicked cool, man. You were honestly, it was so. In fact, what I'm going to actually do now is I'm going to go in the morning by the stream, and I'm going to I'm going to get my hat on, and I'm going to put it on backwards, and I'm going to take my notepad, and I'm going to write a song about a snake and everything. I'm absolutely on board, totally hook, line, and sinker. But no, you are really, really supportive, and. You were like that the first time, because I don't know if we discussed this or not, but the first time we met was probably 20 years ago. We've only met twice. Sounds like we're best mates, doesn't it? But and you were playing in the Kashmir Club.
Oh yeah.
And we were playing there. And I don't know if you know this or not, but that was my first streaming gig, because they used to stream.
Yeah. Back
in the early days of the internet, and there was 15,000 people watching the gig that we were doing that night, because streaming was it was epically new then, wasn't it? Now you're doing it we're all doing it, but it was tremendous. And you guys were on. It was probably a year or two before you broke, and you just burned the place down. Because there was bands, we had like a 6-piece band, and we were playing some music from a film that the song had been featured in, and you guys came on. There was 2 of you, double bass and you. I'm like, oh, this looks cool. And then the next place, the place is bouncing and buzzing. It was just killer, man.
So yeah, I had a great time, and so did you. But you were lovely then as well. So I'm waffling because I tend to do that. I'm going to stop doing that right now. So what is you've got a new video out, which is tremendous. I absolutely love the video. That's wonderful. And you've got a couple of new songs that are knocking about. There's a new album as well?
Yeah, that's right. And what was the name of your band that was playing the Kashmir?
Oh, it didn't have one. We did one gig for. We assembled the band for. We produced the song as you do in studios with Magic, and then the producers from Australia went, "We're going to come over and watch you play the song." With the band, and we're like, we haven't got a band, we need to make a band. So we just assembled, it was like, we assembled a magic band of talented people, went down, played one gig, 2 songs, and then that was it. It was hilarious. I can't remember what it was called, so much was the band. But yeah, that Kashmir was great. I don't even know, is that place still there? Is it still going? I don't know if you know yourself, or...
Do you know, I mean, the club itself stopped, I don't know, like 2006, 2005, 2006, and then Tony Moore Tony Moore was the guy who presented it, right? The guy with the shaved head, and he did his own thing on, which is at the Bedford in Balham, and he took that spirit of kind of asking people to really listen, and
was that the Cutting Crew guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Died in Your Arms. Yeah, because he was playing his own stuff and he played that, and I was like, no, it's that dude. That was amazing.
Yeah.
He had a great thing going on, and there's someone in the chat tonight called Tanya, who is Tanya puts on her own promotions, and they're called the Hen House Presents, and she has this great thing that she does, which is there's a sign at the front of the stage that says, "We reserve the right to shh," and they just it's just like, if you're not here to listen, don't be here. And I love that, because I only went to the Kashmir once, but that was so great. It was like, there's a bar upstairs for talking, downstairs you're watching the people. It was wonderful.
Yeah, and that was why it was a great club, because the quality of the attention in any situation is predicates the quality of the event, right? If people listen, then it kicks off. So I'll come and play your hen house, Tanya. So my name's Luke Concannon, and I'm best known for being one half of Nizlopi, who had the JCB song be number 1 on Luke on 5. My dad's Bruce Lee, drives me around, and here's JCB, and now I just go under my own name, Luke Concannon, and the video you were just talking about, John, is for Doing Nothing. And it's on my website, lukeconcannon.com. Check it out. And so what I'm doing is I got some coaching from this really inspiring guy, Alan Side, and he was just like, he was just encouraging me to really dream and just be like, well, where would you love to be in 10 years if you could wave a magic wand? And it just really focused me, and I just was like, well, why don't I just try and write the best album I could possibly write, right? Like, what if I tried to write a masterpiece? How would I do it? And so I booked a cabin for a month and just wrote all month, and then I was getting up at 5 every morning working on songs, and I got a great music teacher, and so I just really went for it. And I don't know whether it's a masterpiece, but I'm super proud of it. And it's an album that will be out in February. It's called Ecstatic Bird in the Burning.
That's a great name for an album. That's a fantastic name for an album. I like that a lot.
Thank you. What do you like about it?
What do I like about the name? I don't know. It sounds like it's really visual. And it's just like, and I like those kind of names where I'm like, I'm not sure if that's like a title for a movie that I should see that's subtitled, or if it's just got a really classy imagery with it. Is there something that brings along where it's like, you don't know what this is, but it's going to be cool. You know what I mean? It's got that kind of thing. So I love it, man. I love it. I love it. And I love the video. I've got to say, the video, that's a really honest song. And you're a really honest dude. That's one of the things that sort of
sort of come. I mean, I'm recklessly honest, but there's kind of like genuinely heartfelt, warmly honest, you know. And you kind of came across like that to me. So is it available for pre-order, or is it like a hit the mailing list kind of thing, and then you'll get notified, or what? How people best doing this?
Thank you, John. I invite folk to sign the mailing list, and I sent it to you in an email. If you feel like dropping it in the old chat,
I shall do just that.
Yeah, so I invite anyone who's watching this to sign that mailing list link that John's just about to drop in, and I'll send you a free song as a gift, exclusive. No one else has got it.
Oh.
The album is available to pre-order, but if you sign the mailing list, I'll keep you updated with stuff, and the video John's talking about is on my website. So, you know, I'm really interested by what you said though about being. It sounds. I mean, you literally supported me in Rawtenstall. Like you cared enough to come down and play, and like get the room going, and it sounds like you sort of appreciate it when people are kind, basically. When people
absolutely.
are honest and generous, right? And you say it doesn't happen enough.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I mean, like the whole these little loft gigs that we've been doing. Just one sec. Did you get that link I just sent you? Are you dropping it in? Cool. So Ash has just dropped the mailing list link in the chat, folks. So just jump on that and just get signed up, and then Luke's going to send you a free song that's unique and stuff. And because he's a legend.
There's somebody else in the room with us.
There's a 30 odd of them. I think 35 or so. So that's all right. It's not a bad shout.
Who's Asher though?
So, sorry, Ashley is my girlfriend. She's over on the couch. She is yet to make an appearance on the screen ever. She's currently...
Awkward now, it's been too long.
It's been a while. People don't actually believe she exists at this point. Oh, there might be an Ashley song coming. Yay!
Ashley, will you come and talk to me? Please, Ashley, we are on the TV. If you come and talk to me, I will keep a song for thee in my heart. Ashley.
That was awesome. I would usually have issues with gentlemen singing at my lady, but tonight it's all good. We're all good. So I'll spin a mic round. Do you want to say hello? Would you like to say hello?
Yes, sorry, I'm watching it behind.
But come and say hello anyway. Just say hello. Hello. There we go. Yeah. So we have a technical thing, which is I've got my buds in and Ash is watching with a bit of a delay. So you'd have a very odd conversation because it'd be like communicating with the moon, you know, where they've got to wait for the reply for a couple of minutes, you know, one of those things. But no, man, what you were saying about the whole kind of honesty thing is like, and people being nice and being kind. That's kind of the point of like the stuff I've been trying to do with these gigs, these little loft things, is get people like yourself on. And we've got all of these guys have all been on, and like we've featured their stuff, and we do a little quiz thing. Oh, I forgot the quiz! Brilliant! So the quiz is coming up in a minute, and the quiz prize is a killer. So check this out, right? So we usually have CDs, and I have a couple of CDs that I got from you from Rawtenstall, but those are mine. But we've also got these. These are just the business. I'm going to show people these up close later on. So these are your USB back catalogue sticks. So it's a card. I mean, you've seen this, but I'm trying to show the lovely people. And you know what? It's like a Rubik's Cube. How do you get in?
It slides out. So it does this. It slides along. And you just dig your nail in a bit onto. There's like a little clip that allows you to pull it out.
I had this thing open before. Hey, boom, there we go. Check it out. Look at that. So that comes out like that. You've got a groovy little USB thing. And this has got your entire back catalogue pretty much? Is that all on there?
Yeah, it's got all 3 Nizlopi albums, and it's got my first solo album, Give It All, and then it's also got a link so you get a free download of an EP called In the Sea.
that's the biggest outpouring of tunage that we've got so far. That's absolutely awesome. So, quiz winners, you're getting one of these each this week. That is the prize. Fantastic! That's just absolutely brilliant. So I've had a song. Ashley's had a song. I don't think tonight could have gone any better, to be perfectly honest with you.
Thank you.
Ashley says thank you.
Ashley, thank you for taking. I appreciate it.
It's all it's all good.
You know what I love about what you said though, and you're a Doyle, right? So you've got some Irish roots, is that right?
Yes, I do indeed.
Yeah, where are your people from?
Old Donegal, all around there.
From Letterkenny?
Yeah, around it. It's sort of. I've got some people in Letterkenny. I've got some people over Arranmore and Burton Port and Dunlow and all that way. So. Yeah.
So you know, I was raised quite a lot by my Irish side of the family, by my Irish grandparents, and you know, there's just this hospitality thing where they just fed me so much, right, ridiculous amounts. And they just kind of love the hell out of you. And then I met this amazing author, Alistair McIntosh, he's from the Outer Hebrides. But their culture is so similar because the sea used to unite the West Highland Scots and the Northern Irish. So their culture is really, really similar. And Alistair just taught me, as an elder, he just said, you know, like life is about service. Life is about, giving beauty to other people, every step grounding you deeper into service, into compassion, empathy, and to feel life flowing through you, you know, and music flows through us. And that's the old kind of Celtic, pagan, Celtic, Christian, that's the best of that worldview, you know. And I think it feels like home when we're with people who are kind and who are respectful. It's just you know, the modern world can beat it out of us, but I guess it's just our job to bring that back, you know.
Absolutely, amen, man. Amen. No, you're on the money. It's I don't know. There's always that's kind of. I remember what you were saying to me back at the gig, and it's like, you know, your whole point was just like, find the thing you want to do and go and do the thing. And I think, you know, there's so many. I think this lockdown has been an absolute travesty and tragedy for a lot of people, but I think it's also been a little flame under something for a lot of people, where they're like, is this the thing I want to do? Because all of a sudden, you know, we all have to just think differently about how everything happens, and it's caused me to do a load of different stuff. I'm doing more of my own music and more streaming and more of, you know, people are asking me to play my songs, which is awesome. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, people request them in the chat and sing along at home and do the harmonies, and it's like, yeah, I love it. And it's like that kind of, the seed of that was, in my mind, was kind of planted. You were talking about, oh, you could go do house concerts and you could you can play your songs for people and do support gigs and sell your CDs. And like, I'd just previously really not done heaps with my own music, done little bits and pieces. So yeah, I wanted to say, you know, thank you to you, man, for lighting a little bit of a spark there, you know, because honestly, it made a massive difference. That was, we have to go and, Ashley has this thing that every now and then she'll say, we need to go and recharge and watch some singer-songwriters, because there's an energy that singer-songwriters have, which is just really inspiring, where you're doing your own thing. And yeah, it's wonderful. So that was one of those nights for me. I want to really, we usually do the quiz a while ago, but that's fine because this is lovely. I want to ask you about your coaching, because I know there's quite a few sort of singer-songwriters and music people who watch. Is that something that is still open? Are you still doing that? Is that a thing that you've got going on, or?
Thank you. And by the way, I just saw I had a pre-order sale whilst we're talking, so I thank you so much, pals. So yeah, I got coached. I was feeling a bit lost, so I burnt out around 30, and I think that happens to a lot of people. You know, you've got your young energy, and you're doing your crazy, like going for it and partying and working hard and trying out relationships and everything. And I burnt out, and everything fell down. You know, I was like a bit of a freaking pop star back then. That fell away. My relationship, my family fell away. All these things fell away, and I I went away and I wrote this first solo album, and I started sharing that. I just felt a bit lost. So I needed some help, and I got some coaching, and getting that help to get a sense of purpose and a sense of vision again. Like, who am I really, and what do I want? Where do I want to go? That just changed my life, and I went from being, watching Conor McGregor on YouTube too much, and just being lost, to writing 100 songs in a year and co-writing with Ed Sheeran and gigging with Ed and getting national TV and press and just things happening. And so I wanted to coach as well, because it had been powerful, and I think that's kind of what I'm... Evidently, I've been coaching people for a while, like you and I are both built like that, I guess. And so yeah, now I coach singer-songwriters, and it's if anyone's interested, please get in touch, and we'll have a free call and just see if we're a fit to do some coaching together. And it's the old thing with artists was that we would apprentice to a master, or apprentice to a craftsman, someone who's doing it. And that's fallen away, right? A lot of us just have had to teach ourselves, or just watch a lot of Prince videos or whatever. There's nothing that replaces real relationship, like really meeting and listening to each other. And so I think that this model of coaching, of teaching, of apprenticing is going to become more and more needed.
Absolutely. So guys can get hold of you through... So I'm just reading the comments. Someone in the comments has put, can we just keep him on until 11? Was that you? Oh, thanks for that. That's a brilliant support, vote of confidence. That's awesome. Oh, my word. What else have we got? Let's get him in your loft and do a duet. There we go. Fantastic. No, the whole kind of... having you need those kind of positive influences. I've been really fortunate to have a Donegal singer-songwriter kind of do that with me years ago, like when I was 14 or 15, and sort of gave me a couple of his demo tapes, good lord, and said, check these out, and we've since become 20 odd years later, we've become friends, and it's just it's wonderful. And there's not enough of it around, and it's less of a teaching thing and more of a sharing thing, and just like, and then plus you set people on these journeys, and then they go somewhere you didn't even know was on the map, and which is wonderful. I love that with students. You just see people do things. One of the young guitarists that I taught ended up on the BBC Young Musician, not playing guitar, he was playing percussion, and it was just like, he just absolute, just lived music, absolutely breathed it in, breathed it out. That was all he did. And when you see that kind of passion in someone, it's tremendous. It's absolutely wonderful. But no, man, I'm looking forward to people getting in touch with you. I know there's some great singer-songwriters, certainly in the Valley, and certainly that watch the show, and they're going to go back and watch this again, because I'm going to send it to them in an email and say, watch this, it's awesome. But no, man, I'm really glad you've got a pre-order there. That is probably... I bet that's Nick. Is it Nick? There we go. I knew it would be Nick. Nick's a legend.
Thank you, Nick. Thanks so much. I hope you love the record. Absolutely.
So the record's out in February. The videos and all of the singles are streaming now. The mailing list, we've got the link for in the chat, and we'll stick that up again.
And I want to invite you all to the Christmas party.
Hello. That's everyone's favourite word. What? When and what and how and where?
So we've been doing a party. Oh, this is so good to share with your people. Thank you. Basically, once a month we've been doing a party, and the format is that I do a set, sometimes with my wife Stephanie. She's an amazing singer. She sings harmony with me, and then I interview someone inspiring. So this last month I interviewed the Irish activist, author, legend Rory McKinnon, who also did some ventriloquy. Right, he has this little he has this little bear called Ted, but I'm going to be a frog called Ned. And it's just like, hello there. How are you doing, John? No, you don't want to listen to anything Luke says. He's right up himself, so you'll make him have a massive head on him. You're telling him he's all great and everything, but he's a lazy old bollocks. No, John, seriously, John, listen to me now. You're much better than him now. Just get his audience and then feck him off. Okay. Okay, so, John. John, you're a handsome Viking. You're a handsome Viking. Don't go and invade anywhere now, John. Okay, John. I love you. I love you, John. You're great.
Oh my word! I'm having technical difficulties. Excuse me. Well, that was my. I've just been heckled by an abusive Irish sock. That's amazing. That's my favourite heckle of all time.
So yeah, that's my angry Uncle Ned. But Rory did a really good ventriloquy thing with Ted. And then at the party we have a guest musician. So anyway, look, on the 4th of December, at 8 p.m. If you sign the mailing list, people, I'll invite you. And we're going to have a beautiful Christmas party. We'll get you singing a couple of carols at home, Christmas songs together. And I've got some amazing guest musicians. Also, I'm crossing my fingers that this star, one of my favourite songwriters, is going to play. But I can't announce him yet because, you know, megastars you can't announce. So anyway, yeah. Come, people.
We are there. We are absolutely there. Will the sock be there? I hope so. I hope we'll see some more of that. That was ace. Oh man, I've had an absolute scream.
Uncle Ned's a fecker. He's always doing me down. I'm not sure. Well, we'll see.
It was very nice to me. I'm a big fan. Oh my word! There's something as well. I was saying this. I can't remember what it was that we were watching, but I spent a lot of time in Ireland. I grew up most summers in Donegal, and then it was Derry Girls, wasn't it? Oh, it was a podcast as well. Derry Girls was on, and there was a podcast, and it was just like hearing the Irish accent was just like a recharge. It's like, oh, I have missed you. You know what I mean? Because I've not been over. I've not been over for over a year, and it's just like just hearing even just whispers of just a little glint. You're like, oh, it's just that touches the soul, man. I've had an amazing time. I am so grateful that you've made the time for this, man. This is just above and beyond. I'm having a great night.
Good.
I'm having a great night.
Quiz. We're going to do the quiz, John.
We're going to go and do the. Yeah, I'm going to have to log this thing, flip it around so Ash can do the quiz. And the quiz was started historically so I could have a covert toilet break in the middle of the show, and it's grown into its own thing where people get prizes and stuff. You know what I mean? It's amazing. But Luke, you are a legend. I will be forever grateful for you coming on doing this, man. This is wicked cool. It's just let this stand as a cautionary tale for what happens when you give supportive words to people and write nice things on CDs. Occasionally they'll boomerang back at you with a webcam, and wear matching hats backwards and join your cult and everything. It's amazing.
That's it.
Absolutely, you are a legend, sir. I will send everybody that I can to the website and the mailing list, and the stuff that you've got going on is so good. Your content is great. Your music's wonderful. The videos, it's a beautiful thing to watch. I'm genuinely really looking forward to the album, and I will point everybody at it. And yes, Ashley has just reminded me, because this is why you have a producer, that I've got to stick the CD up on the wall. I can't stick the USB drives up on the wall because, well, that would defeat the object, wouldn't it? But this, so yeah, I've got. Let me get this and see if I can do this. And I think we're going to end up side by side as well. Isn't that ace? Oh, and we're there. So,
check it out. There we go. I don't think you can quite see that in shot, but it'll be on the main cam in a minute. You are officially on the wall, sir, and good company you are in. Thanks a million for doing this, Luke. I really appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah, you're doing a great job at supporting music and nurturing a community. You know, not everyone gets 30 people at their sort of live stream. You're doing great.
Well, that's really good, man. Thank you very much. Do you have any parting words for the lovely Lofties who have been watching you?
Thanks.
Sorry, go on, carry on.
What were you going to go for?
I was going to say you've got another sign up to the list. You've got lots of sign ups with any luck. Hey!
Thank you. Well, just to say that you know, this period of lockdown will be over, and we won't have any more excuses to, you know, not go to parties we don't want to go to and stuff. So I'll just invite everyone to let's enjoy this as best as we can, right? There's lots of reasons for us to be grateful, and I tickle you through the internet.
I tickle you through the internet. Caroline in the chat says, "Has the sock got any parting words?" Is there any more to be had from Uncle Ned?
Well, the thing, yeah. Okay, look, Ned, will you? Fuck off! I won't fucking do anything you tell me, you little bollocks. You're a frickin' bog out of Luke Concannon. Now, I'm your elder. Now I'm going to take over this show now. Jenny, here's a song for you, boy. Jenny, this is a rebel song, John. Come out, you black and tans, and fight me like a man. My voice is very hoarse now.
So it is.
That's all you'll get from me.
That's absolutely more than enough. Thank you so much. Oh, God. Well, I'm going to go and have a lie down in a quiet room while Ashley professionally does the quiz. Good luck with that, my dear. I'm going to spin this mic around so you can do that. Luke, thanks again, man. It's been an absolute honour and a pleasure to have you on. I think I speak for everybody in the chat when I say that this has been an absolute privilege. You're the first Loft that we've had. You're the first Uncle Ned talking sock that we've had. You're the first million seller that we've had. So it's a night of firsts, man. So thanks a million. We'll see you at the Christmas party. And
that'll be class. Yeah. Please come along, sing with us, and we'll bring you know some hot chocolate or something with you. We'll have a good party.
That sounds like an idea.
Please sign the mailing list so I can tell you all about it. All right?
I shall do that, and I shall point the people at that. Thanks a million again, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you and welcome to our humble loft, and good night to the wonderful Luke Concannon. Give it up. Woo! What a legend! Absolute star. Isn't he? What an absolute lovely, lovely dude. Go and check out his stuff. Go and sign his mailing list. Go and pre-order his album like Nick's done. That'll do the job. It's quiz time. We're good?